There are so many things in life we think it's our right to have. We wake up knowing that there's water to drink, fresh air to breathe, and go for our various daily activities. We don't even care about our social media handles in terms of our online privacy, but the truth is, soon these whole things will become a luxury, which only few can afford. So in today's video, we will be looking at 7 things that will become luxury. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification button. Number 7. Land. Land is the solid surface of the earth that is not permanently covered by water. The vast majority of human activity throughout history has occurred in land areas that support agriculture, habitat, and various natural resources. If you ask the question, is the world running out of space? The answer is technically no, but we are running out of livable space. As written by Rachel Noah, around half of the world's land currently holds around 2% of the planet's population, whereas only about 3% of total land supports more than half of humanity. But a growing population does mean that the number of relatively perfect places left to visit will also likely decrease. Number 6. Topsoil. Did you know that the world needs topsoil to grow 95% of its food? So, what happens when we have no topsoil left? Scary thought, isn't it? And the problem is that our topsoil is disappearing at a rapid rate. According to The Guardian, due to conventional farming practices, nearly half of the most productive soil has disappeared in the world in the last 150 years. It's speculated that there are only about 60 years left of topsoil, and after that? Well, if something isn't done to protect it, food production will decrease by a minimum of 30%, and once again, the poorest countries will suffer the most. Number 5. Helium. Strange as it sounds, unless we figure out cheap fusion, it's not a renewable resource. There are predictions that we'll face pretty serious helium shortages in our lifetime. There's more to helium than just blowing up party balloons. Helium is a non-renewable resource. It's generated deep underground through the natural breakdown of elements such as uranium and thorium. From there it seeps up through the earth, making pockets of natural gas, which is extracted. According to Sophia Hayes, a chemist at Washington University in St. Louis, it's the one element out of the entire periodic table that escapes the earth and goes out into outer space. Only a few countries have access to it. Number 4. Gas. Gas will be in short supply, but eventually will be incredibly expensive and only used by antique car hobbyists. As it stands, it's predicted that we'd run out of gas by 2060, but if global demand continues to rise, it could be a lot earlier than that. Renewable energy sources are the alternative, and people are finding new and more sustainable ways of generating their own gas. Number 3. Drinking water. In India, the Lok Sabha, House of Commons, is debating on a bill to tax drinking water, which until now is tax-free and considered to be a basic amenity. Mineral water is already taxed, but now plans are in place to tax even regular water at hotels, restaurants, because clean potable water apparently is no longer something that everyone is entitled to. The World Health Organization confirms that 1 out of 3 people do not have access to safe drinking water. An article released on their website in 2019 confirms that some 2.2 billion people around the world do not have safely managed drinking water services. It's worrisome that so many are denied a basic human right, so be grateful every time you turn your tap on and your water runs clean. Number 2. Privacy. The question of privacy in a digital era has resurfaced following the most recent privacy policy changes implemented by Facebook. The revised default architecture prompts users to be more public with their information. You might not be bothered by the fact that your data is being stored, sliced and diced and sold to various people to target you depending on your email sent via Gmail, your status updates on Facebook, or even from the online news site you visited. According to Julia Engwin, writing for an opinion column in the New York Times, she adds, it has also been used to charge people different prices based on their personal information. It has been used to provide different search results to different people based on their political interests. When enough people start worrying about the repercussions of the breach of privacy, then only those who can afford it can still keep their privacy safe.
Number 1.
Fresh air. Fresh air may become a luxury for those who can't afford it. It started as a joke, but now people spend a fortune on bottled fresh air. Alux reveals how global pollution is fueling this fad, because you can now purchase a bottle of it. It is literally a bottle filled with air. One day in early 2015, Moses Lamb and Troy Paquette filled a Ziploc bag with fresh air and posted it to eBay. The bag sold at the asking price 99 Canadian cents, about 60p, and what was at first a joke between friends suddenly became less fanciful. The pair filled another bag and posted that online too. When the media took note, a bidding war began, and the item ended, as hot tickets on eBay normally do, with an improbable surge. It sold for $168.99. So yes, fresh air, along with other things taken for granted, will become a luxury in the nearest future. So, if you liked our video, please do well to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification button.